If you are terminally online like I am, and you need people to talk to who are interested in the same things that you are, and you don't want it to be about politics, and you also want like a contributing element there. You don't have to contribute if you don't want to, but you can. This is a perfect community for you. So in leftist circles, right, we talk about community building a lot. We talk about connecting with people, right? Going out and volunteering, doing this and that and the other, what have you. There are also a lot of people that are in general just looking for group projects or groups to like spend time in and get to know people, right? Well, do I have something for you people? So there's this little thing, a little game called Pokemon Infinite Fusion. And some of you may know what this is. All right, so Pokemon Infinite Fusion. So what is it? Basically, it's the greatest community building project since Pokemon Go, and I would argue even better. And I'll get into why, but these are some Pokemon that have basically just been fused together, right? In the top, we got like Arcanine fused with, not Sandile, Crocodile or whatever. And then we got like Gengar fused with Alakazam. They're really cool. They're really, really cool. Snorlax fused with Nidoking. There's tons of them. And if you don't have a custom sprite built like this, now, just so you know, there's like hundreds of thousands of possibilities. Like, it will be finished eventually, but not for a long ass time. But there's like hundreds of thousands of possibilities. They can even fuse with themselves to make a cooler version of themselves. It doesn't give you any stat changes. It just gives you like an XP boost. So they have a whole stat system and everything. It's really, really, really cool. And I've been stuck on this game. I played like 75 hours of this game in just like the past month, okay? Probably too much time, to be honest with you. I play it while I'm at work too. Which, by the way, I do it when I'm not working, okay? Anyway. The reason that I'm bringing this up is because this is one of those group building projects that I just think is super, super cool, and more people are getting into it. For instance, AlphaRad, whose video I have pulled up here. More people are getting into it, so I'm not saying that it's not popular, but I do think that I want to bring more awareness to it because I think that it is just the coolest community building project that I personally have ever seen. They have a Discord server that you can join, and basically, you can like either become a spriter or you can like a spriter is just somebody who makes these sprites in Photopea, Photoshop, whatever, even Paint. You can use MS Paint to make these. You guys want to see real quick? Let me demonstrate. So you don't even need like super fancy software to make a Pokemon sprite and be a part of this whole project. Somebody throw out 2 Pokemon for me. Any 2. I'll take the first 2 that somebody posts. 2 Pokemon. Eevee. Okay. Anyone else? Gengar. All right. Eevee and Gengar. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to PokemonDB.net/sprites. We're going to find our Eevee. Beautiful. We're going to find our Gengar. Open link in new tab. And now you have all the beautiful sprites from all the different generations, right? You can pick which one you want. Now, don't pick any in Gen 6 or 7, but you can pick any up to 5. I usually just pick the 5 one, paste it into here. You can see that it's got an issue with transparency. So that's one thing that MS Paint needs to fix. And I think they actually did in their most recent installment. But if you just screen cap it, that's fine. And that way you don't get rid of the black background by accident, the black outline. And then we'll do the same thing for Gengar. Paste that right there. And now you got these 2 little adorable little mans, right? And I turn on transparent selection. That way when we select it, it goes right through. Okay, and so then all you have to do from here, it's a very simple trick. Let me see if I remember how to do it because I've been doing these in Photopea more than on Paint. So use the pencil tool, zoom in as much as you can. You can select certain things. So let's say that I want to give Eevee Gengar's ears, right? So we can Control-C, Control-V, and we'll just drag the ear over to here. You know, it's a little bit big, but we'll fix it up real quick here. And there's no layers here, so you do have to be careful about, like, if you're doing this in Paint. But since we're just demonstrating, basically the ear would go here, right? The other ear, you can drag Eevee. Actually, we'll want to erase this ear. There we go. And this is a very rough job, but you guys get the idea, right? So the ear can go there, and then what you do to recolor it is very simple, if I can remember it. Hold on one second. You get the eraser tool. I remember that part. And let's go to the biggest size, and we're going to eyedrop. We're going to left-click whatever color we want to change on Eevee. We're going to right-click whatever color we want to change it to. And I think on Gengar, we're going to do this color, actually. So, boom. You just right-click. The way I'm doing this is you right-click and you just drag all over it, right? Do the same thing here. Right-click, eyedropper, left-click, and then right-click and just do that, right? And you got a beautiful little thing like that. Now, I did it a little bit wrong. I'll probably want this one for that color, so let me fix that. Eyedropper, this color, there we go. I don't know, you guys got the idea. So that is kind of how you make Pokemon fusions, right? It's very simple to do, and it is difficult to master. So here are a couple of the ones that I've made. There was no Sylveon Ivysaur mix yet, but Bulbasaur and Venusaur already existed for Sylveon, so I was like, okay, I'm going to make a little Sylveon mans myself then, right? And this one is Chopper from One Piece. You'll see a lot of references like this. I like the references as long as you keep the body parts such that you can kind of at least tell who it is. And this one is Driftblim, which is a little bit harder to tell. It's Driftblim and Stantler. And you can't really see Driftblim that well, but I at least kept the color palette, right? This one is Teddiursa and Furret. Teddiursa and Furret. Cute little dude. And then this one's Hitmonlee and Milotic. That's what it is. And these are all my creations, and these are all in the game. They are in the game. You heard me right. When you make these, they will be put into the game. And even if somebody makes a better one than you, they will still put it into the game. Okay? Because you can actually pick. You can cycle through, right? And decide which sprite you want representing this fusion. Isn't that cool? Isn't that amazing? And then you can also do that for just the base Pokemon. There are tons of custom bases. I'll show you real quick on Discord here. So in their Discord, if you go custom base, right? Let's just search that. And we'll say, yeah, here we go. So here you have a Shudo-Wudo custom base, right? Just a funny little mans. We have Kangaskhan custom base, right? And so you can go in the Discord and you can use these custom bases as long as you size them properly and all that. It's a little bit of extra work around, but basically you can take the custom bases and work with them. And you can also select this custom base to use to represent Kangaskhan in the game. It's really, really, really cool. And like I said, I've dumped 75 hours into this. And again, I want to stress, the reason that I feel it is appropriate to talk about this on this channel is because as leftists and as progressives, we should be trying to build community, right? So I encourage you guys, if you are interested in Pokemon, or if you're a fusion freak like I am, I love fusion. I love the concept of it. It's just so cool to me. It always has been. So if you're like me, and you like both of those things, then this is a perfect game for you and the perfect community for you. I honestly should be involved more than I am. I don't know if I will be. I won't commit to that. But I encourage everyone in my audience and anybody watching this to go check it out for yourself and just see what you think. Get the vibe. And yeah, and donate to a cool art project. So like here, I meant to show you. So Pokemon Infinite Fusion Calculator. So if you type this into Google, Pokemon Infinite Fusion Calculator, you can go to the website, and I want to show you okay, and this will just give you the main one that they use, but you can switch them in the game. So Hitmonlee fused with Milotic. And this was the first one that I ever contributed to the game. And it's right there. There it is. Oh yeah, another one you guys were probably like. Charizard, Furret, fuse. Boom! That one's mine. On the left there. I made that boy. Isn't that cool? I traced like a Chinese dragon in pixel art. And then I kind of put Charizard's head onto it and gave it cool coloration. A Charizard scarf, yeah. Isn't it cool? So yeah, like I said, it is just immensely fun. There's tons to learn. And also the game itself is probably one of the best built Pokemon games ever. There's just so much to do. I think that it's a little bit surface level with some of the stuff. I think that the quests, for instance, could use a little bit more depth. Because as it is right now, you just kind of go into the hotel. Although some people like the simplicity. You could make an argument that that's good. As it is right now, you just go into a hotel and there's people standing there and then you talk to them and they're like, oh, you want to do this hobby for me? And then you're just like, yeah, okay. And then you finish the quest and they give you a cool item. I think it's really neat. I think that it's more than the overworld sprite Pokemon games have ever done, obviously. It's a very bulky game for a phone at least. So if you're on the phone, you can't play it, or at least it's not recommended. But if you're on a desktop or a laptop, it's perfect because it's not very it's memory. It's big, but it's not huge, and it also doesn't do a whole lot to your RAM, so it runs fine usually on most computers. So it's just really easy to get into. It's really easy. And like I said, as progressives, we should be trying to be involved in different communities, right? I encourage you still to go to local meetings of something and get involved there, because I think that's important. That being the case, if you are terminally online like I am, and you need people to talk to who are interested in the same things that you are, and you don't want it to be about politics, and you also want a contributing element there. You don't have to contribute if you don't want to, but you can. This is a perfect community for you. It's Pokemon Infinite Fusion. Google search it, get on the Discord. I'm there. You'll see my work there. It's just really cool. So that's about all I have to say about it. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.